Today on Riffs, Beards, and Gear, we review the A7X studio monitor from Adam Audio. A few weeks ago, I posted an unboxing videos, and I was unboxing these A7X studio monitors from Adam Audio. Now, I have spent about 2.5 to 3 weeks with these, and I've been mixing various things, some multi-instrumental vocal stuff, some acoustic guitar stuff, some huge metal stuff, and I feel as I have a really good grasp on these monitors. Now, Adam is most famous for this guy right here. This is a ribbon tweeter. This ribbon tweeter, the best way I can describe it is it's like an HDMI cable, but for your ears. It's such high definition, but not harsh and not hyped, but it allows you to go really in depth with the mid-range and top end, especially of your mix and your audio source. And I found them to be amazing. For years and years and years, viewers of this channel know that I have lived and died by my Neumann KH120 monitors, which are in a similar class and are a competitor of the Adams. They're about $50 less than the Adams, and I have always sworn by those. And using these over the past few weeks, I really feel like there's a new sheriff in town, and I have realized how muddy and kind of harsh the Neumanns are in comparison to the Adams. The Adams I would best describe as clean. These are so clean and not fatiguing, and you can really crank them up and really feel the music, but at any given time you do not feel like they're just blasting you. It's a very nice, pleasant experience. Now, what is key to listening to these accurately is breaking them in. Now, this is in the actual manual, and Adam recommends a thorough break-in or burn-in cycle. Now, let's talk about that for a second. Speakers are mechanical moving things, and it is critical to burn in or break in, you're not really breaking, but you know what I mean, break in, wear in the moving parts, and in this case, it's the speakers. So what I like to do is I like to play pink noise fairly loudly for about 24 hours, and I'll put it on and I will just leave, or I'll go downstairs and I'll just leave it on up here in the studio. Now, after that 24-hour pink noise break-in, I have a playlist of really clean pop music and things like a Katy Perry record, or I'll also use a John Mayer record or Daft Punk Random Access Memories or something like that, and I will put that on repeat, or Muse's Second Law that I've also touched on before as far as breaking in speakers. I will then blast that through these speakers for about 3 days straight, and then I will do one more day, 24 hours of pink noise, just to kind of get everything kind of settled and moving and feeling good. Now, out of the box, I found the high end to be a little hyped, and that was to be expected because I knew I needed to burn these in, and they needed to kind of break in before properly and critically listening to these speakers. Now, I will note that these speakers really seem to play off the room. I've heard these speakers in several different environments, and if you have an untreated room or if you have some dead spots, they will let you know right away, and they will not sound good in a completely bare room, and I don't think they're meant to be. These are pro monitors, and in my treated room, they just have rewarded me with amazing sound and amazing high-end clarity. I can't believe the clarity on these ribbon tweeters. They're really amazing. Now, I've been comparing these to, as far as frequency response, I have been comparing these to my $2,000 64 audio A12 driver molded in ears. Now, those are very, very linear, and those are very, very flat, and those are very nice for in-ear monitors. So I've been kind of using those as a reference to gauge what exactly is going on with the Adam A7X. And they are just so damn good. And I actually haven't used my Neumanns in like 2 weeks and I feel bad. Yeah, I'm moving on. I'm on Team Adam now. So yeah, Adam A7Xs. Dang. Now on the back, you have 3 different controls. You have an attenuation of volume for the tweeter itself, and you also have a high shelf and a low shelf. And this is to fine tune the monitors within your specific room. Now within my specific room, I did not tune this room. I did not have Acoustic tune this room to be completely 100% dead. I liked it. I wanted it to have just a little bit of liveness because I do a lot of talking in addition to critical listening and mixing. So I kind of wanted to find a good medium between how live my room was. So this has allowed me to kind of dial in to my specific room. And in my case, I've left everything flat except for the low shelf. I've turned the low shelf up 2 notches, which is not very much, but it's just enough to know where I need to be for the low end. And I have found the low end to be very accurate. It's not compressed, and it is very tight in these monitors. And I love what they're doing in the mid-range. For me, what makes or breaks a studio monitor, a good studio monitor, is the mid-range, because if you can't accurately hear the mid-range, you got nothing, because you can always tweak the highs and the lows, but if something is slightly shifted in the mid-range, you will never get an accurate reading of what you're actually listening to. And I found the Adams to be spot on, and they're like a security blanket now. I need them. The A7Xs retail for right about $750 a piece. That's not crazy money, and Adam has smaller versions and they have larger versions of this monitor, and they also have all sorts of different lines, and they have something for everybody. But if you're looking to get into a sub-professional, a prosumer monitor, the Adam A7X I have found to be unbelievable. It's such a pleasure to listen to these things. They're awesome. I'm wondering what the bigger ones even sound like. Like, how could these get better? I don't know, maybe just better low end or something, I don't know. I don't find that you really need a subwoofer for these. I've had no problems dialing in the low end, and every once in a while, if I need to, I will just check them with a pair of headphones, no big deal, like I normally would. But overall, these are huge bang for the buck, and all the accolades and all the awards that Adam has won for this particular monitor are well deserved. All applicable links down below in the description. You've been wonderful. I have been Fluff. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.